We're on the west side of the garage where the condensing unit is. Okay. This is our electric meter. It's 200 amp meter. Okay. It's sealed on 3 sides. That's a good thing. It's sealed on 4 sides. Oh, well, this one's sealed on 3 sides. They sealed this one on 4 sides. That's unfortunate. Got the slip joint. That's a good thing. Got our main disconnect, 200 amps. Got our main disconnect. Got our protective non-conductive covers. Now next year these will be required down here as well. But they're not required now. They weren't required when it was built. Okay, but you know, you're probably going to start seeing that on the inspection reports later. And you say it wasn't required, but this is it. It's a pretty straightforward operation here. So nothing incredibly or incredulous going on. We're going to wrap ourselves around the garage. Come inside the garage west interior wall, past the lawn sprinkler equipment to the main load center. Okay, this is our UFER. UFER, they actually spelt it correctly. This is our UFER. Okay, that's both our grounding and our bond when you have PVC plumbing. And coming in here, and again, tomorrow this will be required to have protective booties on them, but it's not currently required. And then I'm looking up inside of here, and they've added antioxidant paste. If that had not been added, I would have had to call that deficient by the Texas Real Estate Commission standards of practice. And that's the only reason to put the antioxidant there, by the way, on these particular cables. But there it is. So we've got aluminum to copper. So we're coming in on inside of here. We see that we've got GFCI and AFCI in just about all the right locations. There is our energy notice statement. But we get down here, and so we start studying this a little bit, and we start taking a little bit of attention. And we notice these have that is handwriting. Okay, see where it says UL listed, see where it says Eaton, see where it says danger? That's printing. The National Electrical Code, the International Residential Code, and the Eaton manufacturer all say that these need to be printed. They don't need to be handwritten. Okay, I didn't make the rule up. I didn't wake up this morning saying, how am I going to piss off the builder? I did not do that. Okay, I said, you know what, I'm just tired of looking at all those handwritten things. I think they should be printed. I didn't do that. No. Eaton says that they should be printed. The International Residential Code and the National Electrical Code says that they should be printed. So that's something to think about. So we're coming on in here. You through, Bud? No, I'm not through. Our bonding location, even though it's right there, our bonding location should be labeled inside of there. What else, Bud? Well, there's our surge protector. We're supposed to have that. That's 40 amps for our air conditioning system. We're supposed to have that. Actually, that's 40 amps for your air conditioning system. That's 40 amps for your range. Can you read it, Bud? Barely. Okay. This handle for these breakers, this 220 breaker, okay, this handle is supposed to have a lockout on it. So if you're working on the range, you could turn this off, flip the switch, and nobody could turn the power on while you're working on the range. This one right here, excuse me. This 30 amp is for the clothes dryer, and it's supposed to be GFCI protected. And it's not. So what did we learn? We learned that our clothes dryer is not GFC protected. We learned that our range does not have a lockout on it. We learned that our bonding location was not labeled. We learned that our service panel cover front, our breakers, were improperly labeled handwritten instead of being printed.